This is Josiah Plays Fallout New Vegas. Alright, let's talk to Michelle. Where'd she go? Michelle, what's up?
Hello. Welcome to the 188 Slop and Shop. How can I help you?
I don't know that I would want to shop at a place called the Slop and Shop. That was good pasta. The parsley, when it's ground, adds a tasty zing to each bite. Man, you ate that pasta fast. Dude comes back with food, and 2 minutes later, he's like, "Good parsley, good pasta." What's up, Splode? How you doing? Good to see you, Splode. How are you? Alright, who are you exactly?
Name's Michelle. My dad and me run this store. His name's Samuel. I take the day shift and he takes nights. We came here about a month ago when Prim went to hell on account of the prison break north of there. Found a bin to call home and set up shop.
Why'd you settle in this dump? Why did you settle in this, dump?
There's more to the 188 than meets the eye. Troops move back and forth on 93 all the time, and 95 is how NCR folks come and go from Vegas. No shortage of customers, so long as Legion raids south of here don't get worse anyways.
They will. Am I running Windows 10? What's up, Slothman? Welcome to the stream. No, I'm running Windows 7. The last good version of Windows. Just enough to tide you over? Tide you over to what? What do you know about the Legion raids?
Not much. I hear some folks got killed down by Nelson. Or was it Novak? I don't know. If they come up this way, me and Dad'll go someplace else.
Why is this place called the 188?
You do know these old roads were numbered, right? We're standing where the 95 and 93 meet. And 95 plus 93 equals 188.
That actually makes sense. Can I see what you have for sale?
Have a look.
Alright, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? We got some crap, some junk, some garbage, some overpriced stuff, some drugs, some... I don't want any of this. Not a single thing that you have. And she doesn't even have any caps to buy anything. This is the worst store I've ever been to. It's time for me to go.
Later.
Alright, what about you, Veronica? Hey. You look like a fucking cultist of some kind, and what the hell is that thing on her arm? That's like a power fist, isn't it? What passes for a power fist in these games. Not like the good old real power fists of old.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
The grave. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, guess the roads must have been long then, if you forgot where you started from. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
That is totally Felicia Day. Yeah, I didn't know she was in this game. I love Felicia Day. Have you ever watched her stream? She's really entertaining. You live in a hole in the ground?
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need.
So you just leave your family in the bunker?
Yeah, I'm not worried. they can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
Go ahead. Hey, Jack Store! Welcome. Good to see you again. How you doing?
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
Of course I do. I'm intelligent as fuck. Shoot them on sight? No. They're usually harmless unless you use advanced technology around them.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for me. I can't afford anything like that. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
I go where I'm needed.
Guess we have that in common then. I'll be honest, you're the first person I've run across out here that looks like she can really handle herself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together, help each other out.
What? She's a companion? Voiced by Felicia Day? I didn't... Oh my god, I'm actually completely surprised by this. Well, shit, yes, welcome to the team. It's a really good point, though. Where are you hoping to go?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
Don't you have a family to feed?
Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family.
Alright, obviously she's not telling me everything here. I'm not gonna say that. Why not? Okay, let's travel together, Veronica.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Nope, changed my mind. That explains why she has a power fist. Of course she's Brotherhood. Fucking Brotherhood. Well, that's... You're on a short leash. As long as you're honest with me from now on.
Sure, just don't ever ask me if your outfit makes you look fat. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand.
The Scribe Assistant perk. That sounds interesting.
Let's hit the road, huh?
Tell me about this perk you speak of. While Veronica is a companion, the player can craft workbench items through Veronica's dialogue. Oh, I see. Oh, I never read this about enhanced sensors. While Ed E is a companion, the player can detect enemies at an increased range. Additionally, enemies will appear on the player's compass and can be targeted in VATS even when cloaked. That seems pretty cool. This is the West Coast Brotherhood, the real assholes. Oh, the East Coast Brotherhood, they seem like plenty fucking assholes to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're not the Legion, but they're a little bit douche-tastic. So she's gonna run up and power fist people. Oh, this is great. Between her and Ed, I shouldn't really have to do shit. I could just get rid of all my guns. They're gonna handle all the business for me. Alright. Well, this calls for a save. The meeting Veronica save. Now let's find out if she's got some dialogue. I'm gonna want you to open your
You're making me
inventory.
carry the heavy stuff, aren't you?
Just got some pork and beans, alright? I'm not complaining. I'm gonna need you to... None of those things. Be aggressive.
Beats wait until they shoot me first.
Oh, she has a ton of hit points. Jesus! 245? Hold on. How many does he have now? 180. That's quite a bit. But 245. How many do I have? Oh, I didn't realize I had that many hit points. I thought I had like 100. Alright, so she doesn't have that much more than me. Brotherhood was here in the Mojave before the NCR. They were previously stationed at Helios 1 seeking something. They were routed by the NCR when they came in, and most assume they had simply died off. It implies the Brotherhood is still here. Yeah, well, it certainly implies that. And that's who she was referring to as her family. And she had some sort of falling out with them, and that's why... Hey, falling out! Huh? You get it? The name of the game? She had some kind of falling out with them, and that now she wants to get away or whatever. I understand. I understand the drama she's gonna bring my way. It's okay. I'm cool with that. She will fist people in my name. That's all I've ever wanted, really. Let's have a chat.
What's up?
Let's talk about your tactics.
Am I punching too much? I get carried away.
I want to change your combat style.
My recommendation? More punching.
I want to just see what she says when I say these things. I want you not to attack enemies unless I've already engaged them.
I like this plan where you're the decoy.
Let's talk about something else.
Shake things up a little.
Let's talk about your tactics again.
Am I punching too much? I get carried away. My recommendation?
I changed my mind. I want you to attack enemies the moment you see them.
Beats wait until they shoot me first.
Let's talk about something else.
Yeah.
Tactics. Let's talk about how close you're following me.
What are you saying exactly?
Keep your distance.
They'll never see the haymakers coming. See? I'm good at stuff.
Stay close to me.
No, sorry, I get distracted. Been scavenging too long.
Enough about tactics.
Yeah, screw them.
I like Veronica. Alright, could you help me craft something?
Step into my office.
Alright, so this is only a reloading bench, not a workbench. But can't I already do that with Ed? Goodbye.
See you around.
See, I can already do that with Ed, right? I can make some ammo, but I can also craft... Oh, no, this is ammo too. Why are there two different options if they do the same thing? Oh, because they don't do the same thing. I see. Okay.
What's up?
I have questions I wanted to ask you, Veronica.
He was dead when I got there.
Alright, she's pretty cool. This is the real test. Any thoughts about Caesar's Legion?
Silliest dressed band of raping, slaving marauders you'll see east of California. I'll say that. Where's that touch of old world class? Although, I hear the soldiers mount each other as much as they mount their women, so maybe they did keep a little something from the Empire. No such privilege for the women, though. Figures. So, to answer your question, they're a bunch of hypocritical jerkwads. It's a word.
Alright, it was a little bit less vituperative than I was hoping for, but she doesn't approve. I have more questions to ask you, Veronica.
This better not be about the meaning of life.
What do you think of the NCR?
I'm worried they'll be the death of the Brotherhood. They take what they want. We defend our interests to the death. But there's a handful of us and tens or hundreds of thousands of them. So it's not going to end well. Last time we clashed, we lost a lot of people. Retreated to our bunker. Now we're afraid to even move around during the day. Well, when two people really love each other, you really don't know this stuff yet?
Do you know anything about New Vegas?
Yep, it's your typical city layout. Rich people in a gated community surrounded by extreme poverty. House gave the area around the strip to the locals, but he has no interest in it, so he ignores it entirely. It just needs new management. I'd love to see the Brotherhood do it, but since the Codex doesn't say clean up Freeside, no one listens to me. Bunch of sticklers.
I have more questions.
Ooh, do I get a prize if I answer right?
In 2242, the NCR had a population of 700,000. That's a lot. Yeah, but how many of those are like, you know, actual soldiers? Probably a very small percentage, really, right? Whereas the Brotherhood of Steel is like 100% soldiers, basically. Alright, Veronica, tell me about the Brotherhood of Steel.
It pays like ass, but it's hard to get other work with my skill set. What do you want to know?
What's their purpose?
Good question. These days, it's hard to say. Once upon a time, it was about technology, controlling it so it couldn't destroy us again. Energy weapons and power armor are usually tops on our list, although I appreciate anything that's vintage. But that all seems so limited now. We haven't grown or adapted, and now we're stuck in a hole, not carrying out our mission.
How did you get to be a member?
More sexual favors than I can even count. I am still tired from it. No,
What?
actually, you're born into it. My parents, their parents, so on. When you're young, you can choose to leave, but it's home, so most people don't. We don't take on new members, really. You can do the math on our long-term prospects based on that point. I keep hoping we'll change that.
What do you do for them?
I'm a procurement specialist. Like I said, it's basically grocery shopping, except sometimes the groceries are scavenged parts and arcane technology. The elder who brought us to the Mojave, Father Elijah, usually had me looking for these old memory units, but he'd never tell me what they were for. Nowadays, I'm usually sent to do business with traders at places like the 188, but sometimes I think it's just to keep me out of everyone's hair.
Do you like being a member?
I know sometimes I sound like I don't. I know. But there's something that still rings true to me about our code. There's an honor to it. We're protecting people. Even if it's from themselves. It's a good cause. We just lose sight of the big picture sometimes. Treat all our practices with the same sacredness.
What's the Codex?
Ah, the Codex. If it's in there, we have to abide it. If it's not not important. It documents our history, too. Part of what scribes like me do is update it. I wonder... Nah, they'd probably catch it if I rewrote the Founder's axioms.
They'd probably catch it, she says. You think? See, that's what I don't like, Saito. The NCR has an entire military-industrial complex backing it up. That's like so... That's not post-apocalyptic enough to me. I mean, I know a long time has passed since the apocalypse in this game, so it makes sense. But I don't want there to be any huge, you know, nations, basically, like what the NCR effectively is, with all that level of civilization. It takes the charm out of post-apocalyptic to me. For this world, yeah. Soldiers in this place are not doing great. Well, I can tell from the ones I've met. Does the Brotherhood protect people from raiders or other threats?
No. We only protect people from themselves, and only in the sense that we don't let them have the really good pre-war toys. And sometimes it's more like we protect ourselves from them and hope to outlive them and become humanity's sole heirs. We've had people go rogue, though, and start helping people. One chapter had a small civil war over it. We take our isolationism seriously.
See, this is why I hate the Brotherhood. What she just said. Who's Father Elijah? You mentioned him earlier.
He was our elder when we came east. A wizard with technology, really. His mind just worked that way, naturally. I learned a lot from him. But he started having disagreements with the other elders. The Brotherhood's interest is in old technology. He wanted to explore developing new tech. And there were other ways he wanted to push, other weapons, ones with ethics questions attached. Rather than deal with him, they sent him east.
Right, they sent him east. Makes sense. Well, they definitely have some new fucking technology in Fallout 4. I don't know how far you've gotten in the meeting the Brotherhood and dealing with them in that game, but they've got some serious shit. Where was Fallout Tactics set? That was east of this area, but it wasn't as far east as the East Coast. Was it like Utah or something? Oh, the Midwest Commonwealth. Alright. Never mind.
Darn it! I had some spectacular answers coming too.
Oh, around Chicago. Oh, that's pretty far east. Okay. Chicago might be the farthest I've ever been east. I've been to Chicago and I've been to St. Louis. I don't know which one of those is further east, actually. Tell me about yourself, Veronica.
I like long walks in the desert and candlelit metal workshops.
Oh, she's got all kinds of... Okay. How can I best use your skills?
I like punching things, but sometimes shooting things just has to do.
Anything else?
Yeah, I've been taking things apart and putting them back together since before I said my first word. You want to build something? Talk to me, and we can do it right there on the spot. Workbenches are for novices. Who knows? I might even be able to show you a Brotherhood trick or two.
Tell me more about yourself.
My favorite subject.
What are your goals, exactly?
I want a dress.
A dress?
Yeah, a good one. Something elegant and classy, you know? But still stylish. Something that's eye-catching and sexy, but also says, don't fuck with me. I keep hoping I'll come across some old-world designer gown when I'm scavenging, but it never happens. Maybe I should move back to California.
That's your goal. You want a nice dress.
Hey, you try getting a date wearing scribe robes. Might as well be wearing sweatpants. I just like them, you know? They make you feel like a woman. Those ladies before the war, they knew what they were doing.
Okay, well, we'll look for a dress for you. Brotherhood of the West has been completely eclipsed by the East Coast Brotherhood because of the leap in the East Coast technology and the decline of the West. Yeah, that makes sense. Tell me something else about you.
Can I make it up?
I like her. Who was this Father Elijah to you?
I would say he was my tutor, but that doesn't cover it. After my parents passed, he looked after me. The whole Brotherhood brought me up, really, but he made sure of it. I never had a grandfather, not that I knew anyway, but Elijah was in some ways what I'd imagine a grandfather to be.
Did you follow him from California?
It was by his request, actually. He cleared it with the other elders. Somehow. They sent him to look into the dam. There was a time when I'd have begged to follow, watch him at work.
What exactly changed?
He did. For years, he fought with the council, taught me to question our direction. Meanwhile, he'd become more out of touch than all of them. On our way east, he demanded we stop at Helios 1 to examine it. While we were there, we received word that the NCR had taken the dam. He was furious. Called it children playing with a bomb, but he was mad because we'd lost his power. What we'd use it for. He didn't even care.
How is that different from how any other elder would have reacted?
They're cautious. When they discover something, they respect it, learn its limits, consider how to preserve it. Used to drive Father Elijah crazy. He liked to learn limits too, but only so he could push them. That's not to excuse the other elders, though. They all covet technology for its own sake. Some are just more fanatical than others.
Did you ever try to talk sense into him?
Yeah, I did. I couldn't help him. He just didn't listen, and the idea that people talk back to him... If he could have made the Brotherhood act like machines, ordering them around with the push of a button, he would have.
Yeah, this guy sounds scary, and like somebody who should not have technological power. Or any other form of power. What did you learn from him, Veronica?
Elijah could look at an old device and immediately understand what made it work. And he could see its potential, where it fit with other technology. It's not something he could teach, but he tried with me. Some of it stuck. But that's what he taught me. You ask what I learned from him.
How is that different? What did you learn from him?
I learned what I don't want to become. In the end, it was just him and his vision. Nothing and no one else.
Makes sense. That sounds like a valuable lesson. Were you and Father Elijah close?
Yeah. I miss him.
Where is he now?
I don't know. Last time anyone saw him was in the battle at Helios 1. I wasn't there. He gave orders to hold the plant until he could be reactivated. But he ran out of time. The NCR overran it. Everyone thought he was dead. But I got a note from him at a comm station. That's how he liked to talk, even to me. He wasn't good at face-to-face.
What was in the note, if you don't mind my asking?
It was... strange. Even for Father Elijah. He's always been unstable, but this was... something else. I don't want to say delusional, but I don't know what else to call it. The only thing familiar about it was the signature. He said the Brotherhood was doomed, but that he'd return, save us. But the way he said it... I don't know. Said he'd return with one of the greatest treasures of the old world, make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Wipe the slate clean.
That does not sound good. Well, that's a little bit alarming, but tell me something else about you.
Like what?
Do you have any other family in the Brotherhood?
Just my parents, but they haven't been around for a long time. Dad was a paladin, Mom was a scribe. They died in the same battle, trying to hold off the NCR from... something. I don't remember what it was. Guess it seemed important at the time.
Tell me something else about you.
Like what?
Well, have you ever been in love?
Ever been nosy? I was, once. We were pretty young, but I like to think it was love.
You gonna tell me what happened?
She left the Brotherhood. Wanted to put some distance between herself and her parents. Since our membership isn't open to outsiders, some members think that obligates all of us to procreate. You can guess which camp her parents belong to.
Why didn't you go with her?
No. Couldn't bring myself to leave everyone else behind. Couldn't convince her to stay, either. I'd hoped love would be enough to influence her decision, but it wasn't. We were both too stubborn. I don't know where she is now, but I'm sure she's moved on. I still think about her, though. Once in a while.
Maybe we'll find her. Or maybe Veronica will find a replacement. Somewhere close by. Hint, hint. Let me ask you something
like
else. What? Would you say that you're well respected among other members of the Brotherhood?
If you take trying to keep me as far away from Hidden Valley as possible because I ask too many difficult questions as a sign of respect, oh yeah. That's not to say I don't get along with them. I just think they don't know what to do with me sometimes.
Tell me about this Hidden Valley. Where's that at? No, I can see you don't want to talk about it. That's
like
fine.
What?
How about this? Is there some place you wanted me to take you? Besides a dress shop.
Nowhere specific. I just know there are a lot of groups who are actually doing well for themselves out here. I want to understand how and why. See them at work.
Well, then you just stick with me, Veronica. We're going to visit all kinds of interesting places. I want to discuss other things.
Ooh, got any juicy gossip?
Actually...
I was told we wouldn't be tested on this.
I don't think I have anything else to ask about right now. Let's keep moving.
Let's.
Alright, so we have Veronica. We had a nice talk with her. She's cool. I already like her better than any companion in Fallout 3 or 4. There was another fellow here. Not Michelle. This guy. Samuel. I know you're trying to take a little nap here in the middle of the day, but I'm going to need you to get up and chat with me, Sam. Told you you'd get more dialogue, and you were right, Saito.
Welcome to the 188 Slopping Shop. Like our slogan says, it's better than nothing.
I need something repaired, Samuel. Is that within your skill set?
Let me see what I can do.
I noticed you had a little wrench there on your thing that you're wearing. But do I actually need anything repaired is the question. I can repair most of this stuff myself with my own things, so... In fact... Oh my god, look how much it costs to repair the minigun! No. I need to carefully hit E. Well, let me see what you have for sale, Samuel. I'm hoping it's better than what Michelle had because her offerings were pathetic. Samuel is remarkably unperturbed by you waking up, just like everybody in all Bethesda games. Think of how much it sells for. Well, I don't know how much it sells for. Let me see what you have for sale.
You bet.
Oh, it looks like the answer is a bunch of crap. The answer is a bunch of crap, and you don't even have any caps to damn well buy anything. The fuck kind of trading post are you people running here? Who are you, by the way? I don't think I got your name.
Samuel Kerr at your service. Me and my daughter Michelle run this fine establishment.
It's not that.
We came here from Prim about a month past. Doesn't look like much, but it's one hell of a location.
It is a good location, but you ain't got shit. I think I can guess, but why'd you leave Prim?
Michelle and I ran a little shop in Prim till a prison break north of town spoiled it for everyone. Goddamn convicts just about shut down I-15. When traffic dried up, we took to our heels to find us some customers. I'm not one to sit around waiting to get saved, and Michelle ain't neither.
Why's business so good here? Michelle mentioned something about army troops moving through these roads here, but perhaps you could shed some more light on that.
When 15 shut down, 95 became the route NCR citizens used to get to the Strip, or limp back home, after the Strip's drained them of caps. We get 'em coming and going. Coming, the suckers flush with caps they saved to gamble on the Strip. And going, the sane folks, but now they're losers who'll trade you the shirt off their backs so they don't starve before they make it back home. Add in the troopers marching back and forth from McCarran and the Dam, and well, let's just say we don't miss Prim.
Don't exactly seem to have much security here, though. Some raiders or somebody could just roll up and take them. Seems pretty easy, but I don't know. Well, thank you for telling me all of that, Samuel. I'm gonna look around here. You just go back to your nap.
Come back soon now.
I won't.
Hey.
What's up, Michelle? Oh, it's an NCR flag.
Hey.
I see. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. I thought that was a fucking giant bear for a second. Hold on. It's another one of the clone merchants. Clone merchant, what do you have?
Hey there. Need anything? Sure. Here's what I got.
.25mm GAPW upgraded int. Right. Anti-matter rifle sounds badass. And it's got a suppressor. You should buy all those caravan cards. Why should I buy all those caravan cards? And a more important question is, if I should buy all those caravan cards, why are you only telling me now when I've been to a million fucking merchants who had caravan cards? These are things that are just gonna, because you, oh, there's not a real reason. It's just Cyto madness that I should buy them for? No. Anti-venom. I am in the market for some healing powder. I would love those honey mesquite pods. How does she have so many mini nukes? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, I love Radaway. Let me have that. That's some scrap metal. Take it for that price. You just can't beat it. That's better than Walmart. And before we play Caravan in 4E. No, we're not playing Caravan in 4E. I might figure out how to play 3 Dragon Ante, though. An anti-materiel rifle. I.e. a 50 cal sniper rifle. Oh. That sounds good. How likely am I to find a suppressor for that rifle just when I want to? I mean, should I be buying... What does the CF parts do? Oh, it decreases weight. Who cares? What... Should I buy this? Should I buy this suppressor now? Because I won't be able to find one later? It's very expensive, but... Don't buy it? Okay. At least not yet. Alright. That's good advice. Okay. Do I have anything left to sell of any value other than cups and crap? Not really. I have junk. And I don't have much junk left that I actually want to sell. I don't have any junk left that I actually want to sell. So that's it. Thank you very much. You were a much better merchant than these so-called merchants at this so-called trading post up here. Repair the miniguns. Should I... Here's what I'm thinking on that. Should I just get a shitload of weapon repair kits and repair it up myself and then sell it? I mean, paying somebody to repair it and then sell it seems like it would bite into my profit margin quite a lot. And if I'm gonna do that, should I just hold on to it for now and wait until I have a better repair skill and I can do it more efficiently? Because it's not like the weight of the minigun is a problem for me. I'm only sitting on top of 1,900 pounds of stuff. That's a lot out of 8,000, so you know, I'm cool for now. This person has an obnoxious flag, and
Are you okay?
yeah, I'm fine. Let me just see what you've got, kid. The forecaster. Hey, wait a minute. You don't mind if I take that money? Right, this kid's not all there. Is that a garden gnome? It's a damaged garden gnome. Alright, kid. What's your story? Will lead to a massive net loss. Yeah, but you just said a little bit ago, I was like, look how expensive it is to repair that. And you're like, think of how much you could sell it for, though. Implying that the expense of repairing it would be worthwhile. Yes, admittedly, you didn't actually say that, but that seemed to be what you were implying. Wait. With weapon repair kits, you mean it would be worth doing it with weapon repair kits. It would not be worth doing it with a merchant. That's what you're saying. Okay. I think. Alright, forecaster. What the fuck is on your head?
Hello, ma'am. I hope you're doing fine today.
Oh, I'm doing quite well, thank you, young man. Where are your parents? Are you here all by yourself?
I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my medicine, but they can't stay. I'm pretty used to being on my own.
It does look familiar now that I can see him up close. But I don't remember exactly what it was. Wasn't like... I'm imagining a super mutant wearing it. Well, I'd like to see what you have for sale then, young man.
Oh, I don't sell things, ma'am. I sell thoughts.
You sell... thoughts. It's a psychic dampening helmet utilized by some of the Master's servants so they wouldn't be killed by the Master's psionic emanations. Yeah! Yeah, that makes sense now. That's why super mutants were wearing that shit. You sell thoughts, you said? What does that mean?
I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. I don't know because I never hear it. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they watched more than they talked. I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through the 188, too. That maybe accounts for the thinking.
What is your medicine, and how do you take it off?
This thing on my head is headache medicine. It works real good, except I can't think when it's on. Really think, I mean.
So the kid is psychic. You don't sell those fine items behind you?
That's not junk. That's other people's thoughts. People had to think to make them, and the thoughts got stuck inside. I need other people's thoughts to fill my head when I'm not thinking myself. Otherwise, it's kind of empty.
I'll tell you what, I'll pay 100 caps to hear your thoughts.
Great. What do you want me to think about? I can think about you, here, or everywhere. What do you want?
Do your thinking about me.
Okay. Let me take off my medicine. Your face does the thinking. 2 to the skull, yet 1 gets up. Odds are against you, but they're just numbers after the 2 to 1. You're playing the hand you've been dealt, but you don't let it rest. You shuffle and stack. And a gamble. A gamble that may pay off, but how? Forecast? Rapidly changing conditions. A lot of thinking. Most of it in your face. It's almost shouting at me. Sorry if I said anything weird.
How do you know these things?
Oh, I don't know anything, ma'am. I just think it. And then I don't.
Here's another 100 caps. I want to hear your thoughts again.
Sure, I could do some more thinking. What should I do my thinking about this time?
Do your thinking about here.
I need to take off my medicine. Local. The here and now. Little of interest. Things to buy. False hopes and regrets watered down. Washed down in dirty glasses. With regret comes a girl. Smiling sad. Brown robe. Name Veronica. Half here. Wraps her and her heart up like a pack. In the pack. A key, some say. Forecast. Cloudy with a chance of friendship. Ouch. Thinking small only hurts a little, but it's a sharp pain.
Interesting. Yeah, this kid is getting fucking paid. 100 caps is a lot. I'm gonna give you 100 caps more, and you tell me the rest of your thoughts, okay?
Sure, I could do some more thinking. What should I do my thinking about this time?
How much was I getting paid for being a courier? Like 50 caps or something? Do your thinking about everywhere.
Let me take off my medicine. Bull and bear over the dam, at each other's throats. But a light from Vegas? Balls spinning on the wheel, more than 2 at the table, placing bets. All lose in different ways. A dam of corpses, towns of corpses, scattered across the sand. But whose? In what shares? Even the dealer doesn't know. Forecast, a rain of blood will flood the desert and not purify it. Blah. Thinking about everywhere always makes me feel a little sick.
Are there any more thoughts I can pay you for?
Sorry, ma'am. All that thinking has made my head hurt. I don't think I'll be doing any thinking for a long time.
Surprised I haven't picked up any quests here yet. Yeah, in my notes I remember there was a thing about the delivery order. I thought it had a An amount. Oh, 250. Yeah, 250 is not a whole lot considering the danger of being shot in the head. Well, hashtag brainless and painless. Good point, Knox. Good point.
I thought I'd be seeing you again.
I might be interested in buying your headache medicine. How much?
Thinking hurts you too? Aw, I wish I could let you have the one on my head, but I can't. It hurts real bad when I don't wear it.
On second thought, maybe another time.
I thought you'd say that.
Yeah, of course you did, you brat. Alright. This kid just made 300 just sitting there. I know, right? I guess he's got the skills to pay the bills. What's up, Veronica? Hear that kid talking about you?
Stupid enough to steal from the gun runners.
Did you hear that kid
What's
talking
up?
about you?
A lifetime supply of fancy lad snack cakes, revenge against my enemies, and world peace. In that order. Let's.
Usually.
Oh, do I hear some more Liam O'Brien?
That eyebot looks like it's gone through hell.
That eyebot will fucking wreck you. Alright, Alexander and Gunrunner Guard. Oh, we're gonna have the good conversation with Gunrunner Guard, I have a feeling.
This job's boring enough without talking to you. Go see Alexander. Alexander doesn't pay me to talk. This job's boring enough without talking to you. Go see Alexander.
Alright,
Man, I
let's...
love my guns.
Yeah, I get it. Let's talk to Alexander.
Is there some reason I should be talking to you?
Wait a minute. Is he doing the voice of the dude and the dude's guard? Or was the guard not him? It sounded like him, though. A little bit different than normal. I don't like your attitude. So, I hear you're a gun runner. Is that true?
Like you have a clue what that even means.
Well, tell me about the gun runners.
The gun runners have been putting rapid-fire death dealing in the hands of anyone who needed to defend himself for over a century. We're the NCR's #1 supplier of weapons and ammunition. You might call us an unofficial branch of the Army.
What do you do?
I'm a salesman. I swing through McCarran and the dam once a week or so to take orders. But lately, I spend most of my time in this piss heap. Ever since the 15 shut down, all caravans come through here, right to me. I check the stock and direct deliveries onward to meet orders. Sure, it stinks to hang out here, but it won't be forever. Plus, I can afford a monthly bender on the strip and still build up my nest egg.
Why don't you tell me about the gun runner to caravans? Because why wouldn't you tell a total stranger about your business and how it operates? Because that's not suspicious for a random person to walk up to you and start asking you about that shit.
Not much to tell. A Brahmin or two loaded up with weapons, and a whole mess of well-armed guards to make sure it ends up where it's supposed to. One nifty bit, though. The gun cases are rigged to explode, so trying to loot one of our caravans doesn't do much good. And that's how the NCR stays equipped. The only thing we don't bring in is energy weapons.
That's actually pretty good to know about the cases being rigged. Energy weapons. I love them. Why don't you deal in energy weapons?
We used to, but every caravan carrying them was getting ambushed and wiped out. By someone sophisticated enough to know which was which. We think it was the Brotherhood of Steel. Those crazies always go hard for energy weapons. But the NCR would rather pretend they killed all of them.
I think it's the Brotherhood too. One day you may be sent on a mission by Liam O'Brien to save Liam O'Brien from Liam O'Brien with the help of Liam O'Brien. That wouldn't surprise me. This game is like a Skyrim level of reusing the same 5 voice actors. Well, I'll be honest with you, Alexander. I don't think you have a very good attitude.
You like it any better if I tell you to fuck off?
Well, no, actually.
Still making a nuisance of yourself?
We got off on the wrong foot. Why don't you just show me what you have to say? How does that sound?
Am I selling? Yeah. Am I selling to you? No. Sorry to hurt your feelings, but you're small time. Move along.
Wait. Oh, I don't know enough about guns. So where can I buy some weapons?
There's usually a gun merchant hanging around topside. I'm sure she'll take care of you.
Well, we'll have this conversation again once I know a thing or two more.
Later.
Also, go fuck yourself.
Hey.
Oh, this guy's creepy. I can already tell. What's up, Zeke? I need to talk to you in our next episode. If you are watching right now on the stream, don't go anywhere because we're not done. I'm not done. Continuation of the play shall happen right now. If you're watching on YouTube, this episode is now over. So thank you for watching. This has been Josiah Plays Fallout New Vegas.